Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about personal favorite for me. It's apart from like Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, this one is like we're clear of that. This one's Tsuburaya and their creation of Ultraman, and to be more specific, this is Ultraman Z. So today we'll basically go through like the stories, how it went, the forms, songs, music, all that. So a little history. Ultraman Z started its first episode on the 20th of June, although before that they got leaks and magazine scans about what it was. Then we got a little like more of like a mini debut on the Ultra Galaxy fight spin-off, the Absolute Conspiracy. That's the one. Is it? Yeah, the Absolute Conspiracy. So we got that little thingy. It looked good, and yeah. Then eventually, if you remember from the show, Hikari later came in and told them, "Hey, Celebro came over. Someone came to the Land of Light, stole the Z Riser and the Ultra medals, and then sent it over to I think Earth or something. I think it was some sort of shock kaiju or something." Then Z, as plump as he is, he left over. Then Zero had to follow him over. Then then they took it over. Then that's the end of the movie. Move over to the show, and then then from there, Z basically like resided on Earth. He formed not really formed a contract. It's more of like form a contract. It's more of like a bond with a storage member also named Haruki. Formed a bond over there. Then they came over, started fighting, a little bit of a fight. Then the both of them got killed by the Shark type monster. I'll put the name over. They formed a contract. Then officially Z could start doing Ultra fusions, and the first fusion that they had with them was Ultraman Z Alpha Edge, and they started fighting from there. Then from time to time they got more battles and they made more Ultra fusions. We'll talk about the forms later. Let's quickly get all that. So I think for me the story is, I'll give an A for the story. The story is consistent. We do not only focus on we don't only focus on the Ultraman, which is Z, or the host, but we focus on everybody. Like everybody has got their own type of story as well. They've paid so much attention in between like the stories between, let's say, Haruki, the main character, Yoko, I forgot what the other girl is called. They've made so many, even Bako-san, they've made such good like stories in between them. I know some of them might be a little bit like personal type of stories, but still it showed that those characters were not forgotten. That's a very good thing, and I think Trigger missed that a bit because the story was so focused on Trigger a lot that the background stuff didn't really matter, did they? They didn't really matter. And this one, they did it perfectly. The story between Storage was so good, really good. The connection, that we ain't backing down. We're not backing down for anyone and anything or anyone. And it's been developed time and again, and especially through the production of robots, Sevenga, Wyndham, and King Joe. Also Ultroid Zero, that's also a good one as well. We'll get to that one later. Story was solid. And now we'll get to like the main characters. So that's Z and Haruki. Best combo. Like those are one of the best hosts and thing like I've ever seen in Ultraman show. I might be a little bit biased because I'm a Z fan, but really good. Like the bond, the connection is there. They're basically birds of the same feather. Honestly, they are literally brothers from another mother. Like they resonate with each other really well. And I really hope that Tsuburaya can do something similar to this again in the future, because normally with Ultraman, Ultraman is one being, meaning that they're the host of themselves most of the time. So Manaka Kengo is Trigger. Forgot to add, episode 7 and episode 8 had a cameo of Ultraman Z, which is Riku, and Ultraman Z. Those episodes, probably one of the best episodes in terms of team up and crossovers. The chemistry between Zed and Ultraman Z and Haruki is pretty strong, consider that those are two different writers from another two different show. The fact that it came episode 7, then later came episode 15 for the Ultraman Z Delta Rise Claw episode. Pretty good, really good. Chemistry again, beautiful. The Ultraman Z Galaxy Rising form, really good. Such a shame that power scaling is between G's base form, right? I forgot what is it. Ultraman Z base form. I forgot the name. I'll put it over the screen. Such a shame is the power scaling is between them, because their form is really good. But yeah. Ultraman Z is based on Ultraman Zero, because they will try to celebrate Ultraman Zero's 10th anniversary, and this was a straight success. Honestly, it won multiple awards, and won multiple awards from that time. Kid you not, from Ultraman Z, Tsuburaya's toy sales were skyrocketing. I could probably still go to the used market now and look for some of deluxe roleplay items or SHFs, and they are still hot at the moment. Because toy sales do shows. Toy sales do tend to fall down a little bit, but Zed's still been consistent out of that. So let's get on to the music, and I've got to say the music is fucking awesome. The opening theme song, high energetic start, something that gets your your heart pumping. Fun fact: the same singer that sang Ultraman Z also sang Bakuyu Sentai Abaranger, and Abaranger again, high energy from the start. Right. Then we go to the BGM. Let's go to the ending theme, Promise for the Future. Again, beautiful song. I don't like it as much as the opening, but still, really good song. Then we go to the phone BGMs. Alpha Edge, not a bad theme at all. Beta Smash, one of the top favorites I've got as well. It brings that sense of justice type of music into the theme song, which I really appreciate that. Then we've got Gamma Future. Gamma Future is okay. Again, I still like it, but it's not like the ones that I really like. Then Delta Rise Claw BGM, that one, oh my god, it's just something else. Honestly, that theme song, it's some part of the theme songs, right? They're left untouched. Delta Rise Claw, remember, has the fusion of 3 ultras and a dark ultra. It's called Zero Beyond and Bellil Atrocious. It's got that type of villainary type of taste type of music in the song, so it doesn't feel it's a hero type of just this hero type of song. No, it's got some sort of villainary type of twist on the BGM, which I really appreciate. So if I do put them all in a list, I'll put the Delta Rise Close BGM first. I'll put Goshowa Wo Kurenai second. I'll put Beta Smash second. Alpha Edge third, Beta Smash third, Alpha Edge fourth, Damage Future fifth, and Promise for the Future last, because again, I'm not really fond of that song. It's a good one, but it's not really my type. And again, I have to put some little emphasis on Celebro. Celebro is a space type of crooked, type of insect, alien thingy that goes over, hijacks other people's bodies, that take control over them and the rest. He is the one that creates the kaiju medals in the show, and basically get all those like kaijus and the rest in the show. He's okay. They haven't fully developed his story over there. I think his story is okay. How we created the Strodos, that's really fucking cool. I was able to hijack the commander and being able to convince everyone to make Ultroid Zero, and be able to use all those kaiju monsters, kaiju medals to create the Strodos. Really good last boss as well. So shows like the power, emphasis, how frustrated it was. How it frustrated the team, especially that not only were they facing the Strodos, but they had the other new team that came over. They had suspicion that they were the ones that potentially attacked the commander when he was hijacked by Celebro as well. Really good. Yeah. Last thing we'll talk about is the forms. Now, Ultraman Z base is such a lovely suit. Like, honestly, the design patterns and everything looks great for a base Ultraman suit. I was like, I'm honestly wondering why they didn't use this form even a little bit more. Although to the point they did use it in the final show as well, so it was kind of good. The finisher of the form is the steel beam. Basically, just it's a normal like based beam attack. That's how it is. The second form we've got is Alpha Edge. And this form is the type of form that it's okay on me. It's not really the best. I prefer the base form, but still, this form really good. It borrows the power of the 07 and Leo, and yeah, it's a good form. Decent speed, attack ranges, focus on martial arts, of course. And the finisher is the Steam Coulson, or the Steam Beam again, because that's how it mostly is. Then we move over to Beta Smash. Beta Smash literally looks like a WWE wrestler, and actually I believe a WWE wrestler actually posted that in his Facebook page. Let me see if I find a photo, I'll put it up there as well. It looks like a fucking wrestler, and I love this form. I really love it. Yeah, it's got all that. Look at it's got all that meat all over his body and the rest. This one gets some good ratings from me. Finisher is the Zestium Upper, which is basically an uppercut, flies over to the air and gives the rider like a punch. That's how it is, an uppercut punch. Then the next form is Ultraman Z Gamma Future. Now, if Z didn't have his Delta Rise Claw, I'll probably put this like number 1, because this suit looks fucking amazing. It really looks good, especially that chest plate. That chest plate over there looks really good. The design patterns are also good as well. The main finisher is Zestium Beam, but it does have the ability of summoning illusions of the three TDG riders, that's Tiga, Dyna, and Gaia, and they can be able to possess as whatever forms they want to possess, and can be able to do their finishers. So the main finisher is the Steam Beam, but it's more of like type of psychiatric type of powers that's got, and can summon the TDG riders. Then the last form will be Ultraman Z Delta Rise Claw. Now, oh my god, this form looks fucking fire. This is the type of suit I want to keep seeing. The design, so fucking cool. Helmet, beautiful. Like, and like the attacks, their related attacks as well, isn't half bad either. Of course, the form comes with belly rock because it's the belly thing over here. But here's a misconception that people get. They think that Delta Rise Claw is weak because basically, if Delta Rise Claw doesn't have belly rock, the form is weak. That ain't the case. Delta Rise Claw on its own is fast. It's fast on its own, and it's shown that if the user or Z can go to extreme lengths and they actually lose themselves. There's one episode when he actually lost himself. You saw the eyes go wide and the rest. It can go wide and it can attack at pretty fast speeds. That's without belly rock, and has got related attacks as well that come from Ultraman, that come from Jeed and Zero. It can literally, it has those type of power. Like, remember, when you're inheriting like an Ultraman, you don't only inherit like their type of like forms or the rest, you also inherit some of their finishing techniques as well. So basically, if Z wanted to, I presume if Z wanted to, Z could actually summon like the Twin Giga Breaker that Zero could do. It is possible. It's possible because it's been shown in some other things, in some other shows, especially Ultraman Orb, when he fused himself with Ultra 7 and Ultraman Zero, he could do the wide zero shot. It's possible you could do that. It's possible for you to inherit like the predecessors finishers or related attacks or moves. So yeah, Ultraman Z Delta Rise Claws ain't a slouch at all. It really isn't. There's power related to that. Now, a form that you could say could be useless without Belial will be Ultraman Z Deathcium Rise Claw. Now, this form is literally Delta Rise Claw just covered in Belial's colors. And now you could argue that this form could be weak without belly rock because you need belly rock to access the form in the first place. So anyways, this suit fire, absolute fire. Like, anything you cover in black paint always works. It really always works, like most of the time anyways. It works all the time, and this form works. It really works. It's a black repaint with golden accents on the sides and the rest, and it really works. The SHF is currently taking pre-orders, and I'll take an order one way or another. I'll take an order because it's a really good form. So yeah, that's my opinion on Ultraman Z. It's such a good show, and I would honestly recommend anyone that has got any spare time to watch the show, because it has some very good moments, really, really good moments. And honestly, I would say that Z is probably one of the best shows I have watched in a while. When it comes to like new gen heroes, it's pretty up there. It's pretty up there. Anyways, with that's the end of today's discussion. If you guys have any questions or worries or anything over there, corrections, put them in the comments, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. This has been Gospel, and we'll see you next time.